Welcome to One Pilgrim's Progress. We're going to come to you today and we're talking about purpose and intent. Purpose and intent. Oftentimes, we don't understand that God has a greater purpose according to his will for us as believers. Again, this is One Pilgrim's Progress, and it talks about the journey of us as believers and the things that we encompass upon our journey walking with Christ. So if you don't know him, I always want to give the invitation for you to get to know him, because it is coming to the day where his purpose shall be fulfilled. You know, it's a lot of times some of us say we run from our calling. I don't really know how you do that, because his will is greater. You know, sometimes we feel as believers that because we run, that he won't use someone else. The worst thing about us saying things like that is saying that we don't account ourselves as worthy. And we have to be very careful that we don't position ourselves not to be worthy to be used by him. So we talk about purpose and intent. Sometimes we take upon our own intent, but based upon his purpose. But when we're not fulfilling his purpose, and let me be clear to you, it takes a separated life. You know, the Bible talks about sanctification, being set apart. And a lot of times we deem that as minute or not really pertinent. But when you really want to be used by God, which is paramount, it is so positive to be used by God, to be somebody that's influential for his purpose, for his design. So I want to encourage you on today that you would just do whatever it takes to walk according to his purpose. Tomorrow we'll talk a little bit more about intent, but today we want to talk about purpose, his purpose, not just being purposeful, but yet the Lord's purpose for our immediate lives. What are some of the things that we're purposeful for? One thing as believers, we have the power of influence. That's called being a witness. It really is. So a lot of times we don't use the tools. We keep trying to pull out screwdrivers for a plier job. If you need pliers, use the pliers. Apply, get it? If it's not screwed in right, screw it correctly. So sometimes you have to take things apart and you have to put them back according to the purpose in which they really go. And you have to give people instruction so they really understand. So if you could, just allow your life to be purposeful. Till the next time, God bless you.